everybody, it's Kathy Ondas with Simply Cards by Kathy. Jumping on here a minute early just to make sure you can see and hear me okay. If you are out there with me, please let me know that you can see and hear me. Also, let me know where you're from. I'm always interested to see where people are from that may be watching me. I want to make sure that the sound is okay. And we're going to get started. Thank you for joining me again. I'm Kathy Ondas with Simply Cards by Kathy. And it is Friday, June the 17th, 2022. And today we're going to make some masculine cards. And we're going to use the bundle He's All That. And I have to be honest, this was a bundle I completely passed over. And I know I tell you that a lot. And that's probably because when I go through the catalog, I see what hits me all at, right then and there. And that goes on my list. But I go through that catalog over and over and over again. And then as I see that or go through it, I start to see things that I might have passed up before, and I get ideas of what I could do with it. And what I really liked about this bundle is that you can use it for any occasion. And today we're going to make 2 cards, and they're kind of on the fly. I have to admit, I did not make these 2 cards ahead of time. I've kind of planned them out in my head, and we're going to see where they take us. But afterwards, stick with me through to the end because I have 5 other cards to show you. And I believe, 5 other cards. So let's get started. I'm just going to open up the catalog and let you see where this is if you're interested in finding it. This is one of the suites that includes the He's All That stamp set with All That dies, and then the paper is He's the Man. And this paper is pretty unique because it comes with, you get 5 double sheets of a designer series paper, but then you get 2 sheets with punch outs. And mine are all punched out, and actually all I have left in my paper is 1 of each. So I'm going to bring those in and show them to you really quick. This is on page 78 and 79 of the annual catalog. So not one that'll be going away soon. So let me bring in the papers, and you're going to see that even part of the papers are used. So the paper colors are pretty masculine. They're basic black, Cajun craze. There's some crushed curry, early espresso, Sahara sand, and some soft succulent. And some really interesting designs for barbecuing, classic cars. You've got this type of stuff for the professional. And then if you flip it over, let me get these together. You have one for camping or exploring. You have some stripes, and you have some squares, and almost like a bamboo, and then just some geometric. So some really interesting papers. Now then you get 2 sheets of punch outs, and I'm just going to bring some of these out because I've punched them out and put them in a sleeve, but that you can use on your cards, and everything from you've got this to you're proud of them. You get some little sheets to use, some torn edged paper, some banners, so lots of different options to use for your cards. And we're going to use some of these today. So let me just tuck this back in my sleeve here so I don't lose them. And we're going to get started stamping. I hope you have some fun plans for this weekend. It is Father's Day, and we do have a couple Father's Day cards here. Now, what I like about this stamp set is you have Holy Smokes, You're Amazing, Every Day with You's Another Adventure, Together for the Long Haul, The Man Who Can Do Everything. So you really have lots of options. And then you have dies that are mostly some banners, some geometrics that I actually have cut out here just for you to see. And then a lot of die cuts for your greetings, which we're going to be using some today. So let's put this over to the side and let's get started. For the first card, I have a teenage grandson who is 16. And so you can't really do the kid cards for them anymore. So this set was actually perfect for him. And I'm making this card because he is away at a leadership conference, something I think he wasn't real keen about doing, but we're real proud of him that he is. So I am going to start with a piece of Sahara sand. Now, all of the measurements are going to be right down below at the end of the video. So give me about an hour after that, and don't worry about writing them down. And again, these are going to be really easy, quick cards. So 8.5 by 4.5 scored 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4.25. We are going to fold into the hill and just kind of burnish this with our bone folder. Now my next piece of paper that we're going to use, and I had it here, let me grab it. We're going to use the Sahara sand and just going to put this on the back. And you can see this is the classic cars, but I'm going to use the herringbone portion of it. Actually, I'm going to bring in this one. I like it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and we're going to adhere this with our multi-purpose glue. And with this card, I am using a lot of the punch outs from this designer series paper. Just because I felt they really went along with what I wanted to say without being too, I don't know, for a teenage boy, I guess too mushy. So let's put this on here. And then this is one of the punch outs. It's a piece of paper that has some lines and a banner. And I'm going to put this down on an angle. So let's do that. And I'm just going to scoot it down a little bit. And I know it's off the edge and I want it that way. So for this, I wanted to kind of congratulate him for what he's done. He'll be gone there for 3 days at one of the universities for this. So I just want to be able to let him know I'm proud of him. So I thought I'd do nice work. You did this. Let's add a few stars, maybe. Right like that. And we'll pop these up. So let's go ahead and add these here. I don't know. I always find it hard to come up with ideas for masculine cards because we have so many beautiful stamps, but a lot of them are floral and that. And I just thought this bundle was great for multiple occasions. Let's put this here and let's grab some dimensionals right here and pop these up. Now I did use this set last night and made a couple Father's Day cards for my son-in-laws. And I made a birthday card for a friend. And I'm going to show you those all at the end. So let's put this here. Let's pop up 3 dimensionals on here. And I think there's some endless possibilities with this because you have so much to choose from. You did it. And then on the inside, we're going to take a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and just glue it down on the inside. And then I used one of the die cuts from He's All That. I used this square one to make like a mat. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Just I wanted to give it a little bit of background. And then I chose to use this You're Stronger Than You Know. And let's slide that just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Again, why I use the green glue, because you can move it around. Now I'm not going to pop this one up because I don't want to add any bulk to mailing it. But we're just going to put that right in the center. So there's our first card. And you can add more. Actually, I had another star here to add, and here it is. Let's add that. I knew something was missing here. So very easy card, very simple, and the star is stuck to my hand. There we go. And actually very appropriate for a teenage boy. So there's our first card. So I'm going to set that off to the side, and I'm going to bring in our second card. Now the second card, I decided to make it for our anniversary. Next week, my husband and I celebrate our 44th wedding anniversary. And he always gets a kind of a mushy card. But this one I thought would be, I wanted to use this because 44 years is a long time. So I thought I'm going to use Together for the Long Haul, because we certainly have been. So again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And again, these measurements will be down below. And just gonna adhere. For this one, I chose to use the brown plaid background. And we're gonna glue that down just like we did the other one. Those cutouts or punch outs, they're punch outs actually, because they're pre-cut for you, really do allow you to make some cards quickly. So here's our front. And then one of the punch outs is a piece of paper torn, like if you were to tear it out of a notebook. And I really kind of liked that. So we're going to put this down. And again, I like to go off on a diagonal. And I have to tell you, it will drive my husband nuts because he's very, likes everything like neat and in a straight line. Everything proportional. That's a better way to say it. So, but I like it off center. And then I thought one of the other cutouts I'd use was the bus because it goes well with the greeting for a long haul. So I'm going to pop the bus up, or the van, and we are going to put that on the front here. I have some glue on my hands, so the backs are kind of sticking there. So let's put this right here, kind of off center. And I'm going to pop this up on the back. I'm going to put it off to the back and have it coming right off the minivan. I hope you have some fun plans for this weekend. Also, if you do not have a catalog, please go on over to my website, click up at the top, and contact me for a catalog. Just email me, and I'll be happy to get one in the mail for you. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be honored to be your demonstrator and to try to help you with your crafting and stamping needs. I'm going to add this little arrow since it seems to go with not even sure what I wanted to say. It goes with kind of the signs on the road when you're driving. And we're going to take a piece of basic white, 4x5 1/4. I have a matching strip of the Designer Series paper that I am going to put right down here on the edge. And then my greeting I want to use is a compass, which goes along with traveling or together for the long haul. It says, "Every day with you is another adventure." But I want to do a little something different with that. So what I thought I would do is take and I had it here, I wanted to take the outline from the cut die that I had cut out here, and I want to add a little bit of, here it is. I want to add a little bit of color to the background. So I'm going to use this die as a mask or a stencil. And we're going to I'm going to put this down so I get it right in the middle here. So 5, 10 1/4. So right around here, we're going to add this, and hopefully you can see this. I'll move it up a little bit. And I'm going to bring in some Sahara sand with my blending brush. Now, I do use the same blending brush for a family of colors. And I just want this very light. So I'm going to start off and come in. And I'm just going to keep going around here. And again, I don't want it dark because it's a background. And I think I'm happy with that. And you can see it got off to the side. So let's flip it over and let's try a bigger piece. I have one in brown. So let's try that again. And go up a little bit. Always have the other side of the paper to flip over. And again, just lightly, I'm barely pressing on it. because I just want it to be a very faint background. And that looks good. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead in now with my Memento Tuxedo Black and ink this up really good. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in right over that and press down. Oh, that did not come out well at all. Let's try that again. Let me cut another piece of paper quickly. Some days you have it and some days you don't. So let's make sure that this is cut down. Okay, let's try that again. So we're gonna come in back in with our mask. And I'm not even gonna ink up much again. I want to make sure I have it clean. Okay. And just gonna come in and start off to the side and lightly blend it. Okay, that's what I wanted. 3 times is a charm, isn't it? Ink up my stamp. And just going to go right in the center. There we go. That's kind of what I was looking for. And then I suppose I need to cut another small piece of the paper to put that back on the front edge. So I'm going to do that quickly here. And that small piece is just 1/4 of an inch. And we're going to come in and put that down with the glue. Okay, let's do that again. And this gives me enough room to write a personalized message in here. So let's glue that on the inside. And then we'll bring in the other cards that I made to show you. There we go. Okay, and on the front of this, I do want to add, what comes with this suite are the rustic metallic adhesive dots. So I'm just going to add 3 of them right here at the bottom. And we're going to start with a big one. And then a little one stuck to my fingers, so we might as well use that. And just slide it up a little bit. And let's get another little one. This one down a little. So here's our, let's move all this out of the way. Here's our 2 cards that we just made. Quick and easy, using a lot of the die cuts. Now let me bring in the others to show you. This is a Father's Day one. for grilling. And on the inside, it says, "Holy smokes, you're the best," with 2 of those die cuts that I showed you from the dies with this bundle. Here's another birthday card. It's "You're a Classic." And then a second birthday card that's a happy birthday to a classic that I used the stamp and the die cut and the banners to add a little dimension. Here's another one that says, "My man. With you, I'm never lost." And another one that says, "You're flippin' awesome. It's your day. Happy Father's Day." So what do we have here? 7 cards, quick and easy, all of them a little bit different, but just a great bundle for making masculine cards. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, even with my couple goofs. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy family, have some time for crafting, and I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and like my channel to help me grow it. And join me on Monday at 7 p.m. For another live. You have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.